Hello everyone, my name is Clentus and welcome to the Iron Bars, my true crime YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. But please do me a favor guys by smashing the like button for me so that the algorithm will trigger and the channel can grow by basically pushing these videos to new people that may take an interest in what I do on this channel. Of course, I do bring you true crime stories from South Africa, and I'm also going to be delving into true crime that are coming from the African continent. Maybe I may even delve into American, Canadian, and the UK true crime stories. We'll see how it all goes. But for now, there is a case that we are following, and that is the case of Thabo Bester. Now, if you don't know who Thabo Bester is, this is a man who escaped from a CIMEX prison in Bloemfontein, South Africa. So basically, he got himself a dead body, of course, working with the prison wardens as well as his doctor girlfriend, Dr. Nandipha Makutumana. And of course, he managed to escape, basically trying to get South Africans to believe that he had died from self-inflicting death by putting himself on fire. Well, it turned out that indeed it was not him, but somebody else that they had brought in from the outside. Who knows who killed him or how he died, but we do know that his name was Thabo Bester, who died from a blunt force trauma to the head. And now there are stories that says one of the prison wardens actually knew who Thabo Bester, and so he is probably the reason why he got him killed, so that Thabo Bester can escape. It is dubbed one of the great escapes, probably from anywhere in the world. So last week, Wednesday, they appeared for a pre-trial conference at the Bloemfontein High Court. Unfortunately, that particular day, I fell ill. That is why I did not report back as to what had transpired. But even though I'm about 4 or 5 days late, I'll still be able to tell you that the drama that took place in the court, especially between Thabo Bester and his girlfriend, Dr. Nandipha Makutumana, acting as if they did not know each other. Remember, they were accused number 7 and 8. This time around, the numbers or the arrangement was rearranged. Now, Nandipha Makutumana is accused number 1 and Thabo Bester is accused number 7. So, of course, in the dock, they're sitting rather separate, far from each other, because there is 9 other people that are sitting along with them that are co-accused in this great escape. That includes the people that worked at G4S security who were guarding this prison, who were also prison wardens. So the other thing that was quite funny was seeing Dr. Nandipha Makutumana coming with a Bible. She was reading a Bible. I'm not quite sure what verse or chapter she was reading, and it looked so pretentious, so put together, so fake. Same goes with Thabo Bester and her not looking at each other, pretending as if they don't know each other. When their last appearance before this one at the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court, they looked lovey-dovey. They made us all feel like, oh wow, if this is how love looks like, definitely then I want this type of love. You know, the Bonnie and Clyde on High Energy, that was a type of love that we saw, and suddenly it all gone cold. I know that after that particular appearance, Dr. Nandipha Makutumana accused Thabo Bester of some heinous activities that he used to do to her. One of those was betation, also intimidation. In fact, there was a recording that was leaked. I'm not quite sure who leaked it, but I think it was Makutumana's PR managers or whoever that works under her, basically trying to paint Thabo Bester as this monster that she was living with in the past 11 months before they were caught, from that picture that I showed you in the previous video. When it turns out that Dr. Nandipha Makutumana has making these visits quite frequently into the Mangaung Correctional Service Center, where Thabo Bester himself allegedly would walk in and out of the prison. There are allegations that he would even drive out of the prison with Nandipha Makutumana to vacation places in another province like KwaZulu-Natal. They will also go and stay over at a lodge near Bloemfontein. So clearly this prison has some serious issues, and I've also reported that the same prison has been accused of running all kinds of crimes inside of there. There is a sex ring, there is drug rings, there are allegations of prisoners doing as they please. There was no time, like a fixed, strict time where prisoners will be locked up and brought out. They literally, when they felt like they were tired, they will walk into the prison cells and go to bed. And they could walk out at any given time if they wanted to. And we also found out there are prostitution syndicates as well that were operating inside of the prison. And the interesting thing, the prostitutes were prison wardens. 4 women were selling their bodies to the prisoners for an amount between 1,000 and 1,500 rand. I'm trying to understand which ones were 1,000 and which one were 1,500 rand. I guess the more high profile the prisoner, the more money they will have to pay. I cannot imagine you leaving your home every single day, leaving probably your husband or your boyfriend and your children, going and they thinking that you are a prison warden, only to find out that inside of the prison you are doing things that are immoral. But of course, we are not going to pass any judgment. That is who they are, but it is wrong, unethical, and definitely needs to be curbed as soon as possible. But the question now is this only happening in Mangaung Maximum Prison, or is happening elsewhere in our correctional service centers? Because there's no way that these wardens would not meet at some conferences and probably have discussions and share ideas of how to make extra money. And also, apparently, the trafficking of drugs as well was something that was quite prevalent, and the prison managements were aware of all of that, allegedly, probably even taking some kickbacks to turn the other side or bury their heads in the sand. I'm not saying that happened, but from what I am understanding, more development are coming out about Mangaung Prison. And I came across an article from the Sunday World that was written on the 25th of February 2024. The journalist Mzilikazi wa Afrika, who basically headlined this expose as officials at Thabo Bester prison jump ship amid probe. Okay, one thing I know about government officials in South Africa, the moment a probe is going to be on their name, to run away from prison, to run away from accountability, they basically resign. So I'm supposing this is exactly what they did. So let's go ahead and read. It says 7 G4S officials who were facing probe have jumped ship. I don't understand what jump ship means. It means that they go elsewhere, because I also know that in South Africa, the government officials, whenever they are caught with their hand in the cookie jar, they will be reshuffled. And that case basically dies off. And 5 more are on suspension, with 1 official having been dismissed. An internal observation report has revealed. At least 13 officials from the scandal-ridden private prison, Mangaung Correctional Center, where Thabo Bester escaped, are facing the music for improper dealings with inmates. An internal observation report by the Department of Correctional Services official seen by Sunday World paints an ugly picture of the facility. The report alleges that the department's officials, along with G4S members, are running syndicates within the center, which includes a sex ring where female officials render sexual services to offenders of a fee averaging 1,000 to 1,500 rand per encounter. The report also alleges that the selling of drugs in the facility is rife, especially dagga, which the report describes as a rare commodity which is in demand and is lucrative in revenue. The observation report focuses on matters that occurred on May 22nd to the 25th, 2023, and claims the G4S intelligence officers are well heeled into the syndicate of activities at the Mangaung Correctional Center. The report names 7 officers allegedly involved in drug syndicate and sex trafficking, also revealing the prevalence of a prostitution ring, with female G4S staff rendering sexual services to offenders. The G4S is a multinational security company that is running the center on behalf of the government for a 44 million rand fee a month. Wow, that is a lot of money. Taxpayers' money. Mangaung, along with Kutama Situmele Correctional Facility in Makado, Limpopo, are the only two private prisons in the country. Kutama Situmele Facility, which was gutted by angry inmates in August last year, is undergoing renovations. Scandalous. A Department of Correctional Services interim management team has taken over the running of Mangaung facility after the G4S was found implicated in Thabo's escape. Department spokesperson Singabako Ngumalo on Friday confirmed that some G4S officials who were facing probe involving Thabo's improper dealings with inmates have resigned. Just like I said earlier, the moment a government official is caught with their hand in the cookie jar, they resign. Basically, they don't want to take accountability in the hopes that the case will go away. And in most cases, the case goes away. I don't understand that logic, honestly speaking. When a crime is committed, a crime is being committed, period. And consequences for that needs to take place. A total of 7 G4S officials resigned when investigations were instituted due to improper dealings with inmates. Currently on suspension are 5 officials, with one of them having been dismissed. Ngumalo said, I don't believe that they voluntarily resigned. I think they were given an option, resign or face the music. And so some decided, you know what, I would rather face the music. Who knows, there might be some loopholes that I can punch and then get away with it. Others probably felt like, you know what, I'm not confident, I'm going to jail if I'm not going to take this deal. And as a result, they resigned. Ngumalo added some of the allegations contained in the report are part of ongoing investigation in that facility. A significant amount of detail in that report relates to what the offenders verbally provided to the team. Such would call for an in-depth investigation to be conducted in order to ascertain any level of truthfulness. That investigation is yet to be concluded, as some of its aspects also relate to the Thabo Bester escape incident. He said, Sunday World can today reveal that some of the officials implicated in the observation report opted to resign before the investigation was completed. Like I said, they were given an option. Like, listen, it's easy. Either you resign and we'll never see you again and never hear from us again, or take a chance and then get prosecuted and even get convicted if indeed that will be the conclusion. So of course, 5 decided, you know what, I'm just going to stick it out. And then 7 was like, nah, this is not worth it. And so they were gone. So the question I'm asking is, what about other prisons in South Africa? Since I don't think that Mangaung Correctional Center is the only one that is involved with this. We hear all kinds of stories about our prisons in South Africa. A few years ago, I heard that there is more money in South African prisons than there is in the Reserve Bank. I don't know how true that is, but apparently that is the case. And by looking at this particular prison, I'm going to use it as a yardstick and say, okay, the chances are indeed our South African prisons, probably there is a lot of money. Probably there's also other activities that are taking place in there that are illegal. The whole point of getting arrested is that you committed a crime against a community or society. And as a result of that, when you are found guilty and thrown in the slammer, you lose privileges. You lose privileges that you would have enjoyed as a law-abiding citizen. But clearly that is not happening. And how on earth are these people are supposed to get rehabilitated? I've also known some people that have gone to prison and they deliberately committed a crime just so they go back. Why? Because they were living a lavish lifestyle. in prison, they were somebody, versus when they're outside with a criminal record and they can't find jobs and they basically community looking at them as the scumbags of the earth. So they decide, you know what, it's not worth it living out there as a free person, so let me commit another heinous crime that is going to prolong my stay in prison. And the South African authorities are fully aware of this, but they are not doing anything. Why? Because the taxpayer is the one that foots the bill at the end of the day. So why should they care, I suppose? So anyways, the Thabo Bester matter continues and more exposés are coming out, and I'm going to be bringing them to your attention as they come out. So of course, on Wednesday, the pre-trial conference was postponed until the 5th of June 2024. And the reason why it was postponed is because Thabo Bester himself got himself a new lawyer whom took instructions from him on that particular day he was appearing. Something tells me it's going to change the legal team once again as it gets closer to the pre-trial. I don't know why he's going to be playing the law the way he is doing, but anyways, he is a convicted criminal and he is serving the rest of his sentence at Jose Mampuru prison, which is another South African CMX prison in South Africa, based in Pretoria, the capital city of South Africa. But other than that, guys, that is all that I have for you regarding Thabo Bester. So if you like the video, please give it a like so that, guys, you help this channel to grow by getting the algorithm triggered to push the videos far and wide. I want to say thank you so much to people that are also super thanking the channel. I did see your super thanks. I highly appreciate you guys, because this will help me to build this channel even further, get myself microphones and all of the other stuff that I need for the channel to grow. I appreciate the super thanks. Thank you so very much for that. So other than that, guys, please do share the video far and wide. I will see you next time with a new video. Don't forget to leave a comment as well. See you. Bye.